Well, I don't really know how to start this. Here's my first YouTube video. So I guess let me introduce myself so you guys can get to know me, and I'll explain what this video is going to be about. My name's Kaden. I am from Huntington Beach, California. I'm 24 years old. I currently live in Hermosa Beach, and I do marketing for work. I have a knitting and crochet business as well, and I do social media on the side. So in this video, we have a few different projects to finish, 2 projects to clean, and 1 project to work on. So let me walk you through that really quickly. First up, we have to clean these 2 sweaters. So I knit both of these, and I brought them on a camping trip. Big mistake, I know, because now they just reek like campfire. So I have to get those washed. I have my Soak scentless, no rinse wash detergent ready to go. And I figured might as well take advantage of this heat wave that we're having in LA because these will actually dry quickly. Next up on the project list, I have to finish this one. So I just ordered scissors on Amazon Prime, some fabric scissors. I finished this rug that I crocheted last week, so now I have all this yarn up here, and I'm gonna go around it and just use every color that I used on this rug to line the border with fringe. But I didn't have scissors that were sharp enough to cut through all that yarn. So I'll work on that. I'm also working on a computer case, which I'm using this 24/7 cotton from Lion Brand. And you can see it up here. But I'm making a computer case for my HR manager at work because she saw mine on Thursday in our meeting and she was like, wait, I'm obsessed with that. Did you make that? And I was like, I did. You want one? So I'm making her a green one. Very excited about it. I have to make it 12.5 inches by 9 inches. So we've got the 9 inches here. Now we just have to get up to 12.5. But I'll finish that this weekend so I can give that to her on Monday. And last but not least, my favorite sweater I've made thus far. It is 100% cotton because I live in California. It's just black. I'm following the step-by-step sweater pattern from Florence Miller, but I have, I think, 3 more centimeters of ribbing on the bottom, and then I'll cast it off and pick up the stitches for the sleeves and get those done because I'm so excited to finish this so I can gift it to someone. But that's what I have to do. So, that being said, let's get our sweaters washed so we can start working on the fringe and getting all of our yarn cut. Because I want to get this rug done so badly. It's been like maybe 3 months that I've been working on it. Not consistently. Like, I would just work on it here and there. But then I finished all the squares and I didn't want to seam them together. But I got that done last weekend. So now I need to finish the fringe and the rug will be finished. But let's go wash these sweaters. All right, soap's in, water's in. It's a little warmer than room temperature. So now we'll let these soak for about 20 minutes. And then I have to wring them out and put them on towels to dry. Just gotta make sure you get everything wet so it can all soak and block out. So now I need to go through all this yarn that I have up here and cut it into little sections that I can tie around every granny square on here to get the fringe done. And then after I'm finished with that, I'll go through and cut it so it's all even. But I want it to be thick. I want it to like have dimension when you step on it, not to just be thin and flat. So I have a lot of tassels I have to cut. So let's get to it, because I should probably set a timer for 20 minutes also, so I know when I can take my sweaters out. So let me do that really quickly. I'll be back, and I'll meet you guys on the floor with all this yarn so we can get that done. So when I started it yesterday, I did one section of colors. I got through this much with my little baby scissors, just embroidery scissors. But now it's time to do it with all the colors. So I'm just going to take one strand so I know how long to make it. And then I'm going to grab one of every color from down below. And then I'm just going to fold them back and forth, snip it, have a huge section, and just do that a couple times. As I'm doing this, I am so happy I got these fabric scissors so I can cut through all of this. So I just realized I never set a timer. I can't say I'm surprised. But what I can say is this is going to work up really quickly. I feel like I should make 3 bundles of them and then cut them up and see how much we have. So now I have 3 bundles. I need to go through and cut all the yarn to make the lengths even, figure out how much we got, and start tying them to the carpet. All right, it's been 20 minutes. I have all my tassels here ready to be tied on. But before we do that, let's go wring out my sweaters and get those to start drying. So I just emptied all the water out of this side of the sink, and now I need to try and wring out as much water of the sweaters as I can, and then we'll roll them on a towel, step on it, and go lay them outside. And now sweater number 2. All right, that should be a good amount. I mean, that's as much as I could squeeze out. So now I'm gonna go grab towels and get to the next step. I'm gonna take my towels and lay them out, and then take a sweater, lay it out, and now we roll and step. You just want to get out as much water as you can, just to speed up the drying process. I know it's a lot more dry, but we're going to repeat that one more time. Just so we can speed up the drying process a little bit. All right, this one is ready to be laid out on a towel. And we'll reuse this towel really quick, just for the first run of this sweater. Because you go through towels like crazy when you're blocking sweaters. One more towel, and then we'll be ready to lay them flat to dry. I'm sweating. It's like 85 degrees in this house. At least the sweaters will dry fast. Okay, that's done. So now I need to go lay them out, which I think I'm gonna go do in the office so that they don't get messed with at all. So let's go set that up. I'll meet you guys in there. All right, we're in the office. So let's lay out the sweaters, let them dry, and then I can put them back in my dresser. So I'm just gonna leave these in here for the next couple of days, let them dry. Probably tomorrow morning, I'll come in, move them around and flip them over just to try and get the other side to dry. But it's time to get back to the rug, get all those tassels tied on, and finish the body of the other sweater. It's now Sunday afternoon. I went to the gym this morning and hit legs. Came home and I have been working on this computer pouch since then. I'm also watching Fishknit on YouTube. They are great content creators, great knitters, connected with them on social media, so really enjoy watching their content while I work. It just makes it feel like you're knitting with a friend or crocheting with a friend. Even though I don't know them, but thanks to social media, I was able to connect with them, and just makes me feel like I have someone to craft with, which is great. But I have, I think, 2 more inches to go for this computer case, and then this will be done. And as I'm sure you can tell, I haven't started the rug. I want to get this done by tonight so I can give it to my HR manager tomorrow. And then I think I'm gonna finish the body of the black sweater tonight as well. So then I can edit content and start on the sleeves this week. Because realistically that gift or that sweater was supposed to be done last Monday. It's a birthday gift and I missed the deadline. But if you knit, I'm sure you understand. So I'll get that done slowly. I also ordered yarn from Violent Cat Lady on Instagram. She carries some great yarn. She has, I think she's the only distributor in the United States for the Lang yarn. But I bought a knitting kit from her, so I'm going to be making a sweater for my mom for Christmas. So I figured it's September, Christmas is 3 months away. I might as well get started on it now because I do have a few other projects that I want to knit for the holidays. So that'll keep me busy, but I'm just going to continue working on this, see how much of it I can get done, have an appointment that we have to go to in like 45 minutes, so I'll probably just bring this with, and I'll keep you guys updated on how far I get on it today. As you could tell, I had to move the sweaters outside. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to because it's so hot that I figured the sun would be able to dry these very quickly. And it's also like 85 degrees out too. But I moved these out here at, I think like 9 this morning. And it feels, for the most part, dry. So let's just shake them around really quick. Let the threads all stretch out a smidge. And we'll just put it back down. And then in a couple of hours, I'll come back out and check them again. And let's leave this and let's go back to crocheting inside. Well, I don't have as much to show as I was hoping for to get done this weekend, but I did get these washed and dried, so that's exciting. They smell so fresh now. And I got the computer case done. So it is 9 inches by 13 inches, so it will be just a little bit bigger than her computer, which is perfect so that it protects all the sides. And I also have been spending the past, I think, 3 or 4 hours editing my first video. So I need to go upload this clip into it and also some clips that I got at dinner, which I'll overlay right here. but I'm pretty stoked with how I did. I think, well, I know there's a lot to learn and a lot of room to grow, but I'm very excited for it. I hope I can meet some people that know how to use Final Cut Pro that I'm friends with so they can show me little tips and tricks that they know, because it's definitely going to be a process. But I'm excited for it. So thanks for joining me on this weekend. I hope you guys had a lovely weekend as well and get to crafting, and I'll see you next time.